Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is March 18th. Hopefully, you watched the previous video that I just posted, the general message to all students. This video is specific for my English 4 classes. And as you know, ISBE has told us that we cannot accept grades, um, especially if they hurt students. Basically, uh, what I told you all in class is that what I'm about to talk about, is going to be required. So, as soon as we come back to school, if we come back to school, or when we come back to school, this is going to be assigned to you. And within reason, I'll establish deadlines. Right now, there are no deadlines because we don't know when and if we're coming back, but I will establish those deadlines. So, what I'm about to tell you, you literally have the next couple of weeks to get this assignment done so that whenever we do come back, you're in a good position and it's a very relaxed kind of fine tune the details, making sure things are good, as opposed to if you do nothing over the next 2 weeks, then you're going to be in a high stress situation because you may not have a lot of time to get things done. Okay, so here's your assignment. Excuse me. That's good coffee. It came back again. So that's kind of gross. Your out of class novel assignment. You are being asked to find a novel that is 350 pages or more. It needs to be a fiction novel. It has to be appropriate for young adult readers, as long as it's not getting into some of the nasty kind of stuff. As long as it's school appropriate, that's perfectly fine. There is a document on Google Classroom where you can tell me what your novel is, and you can tell me how many pages it is. And then what I've been doing in my time off is I've been checking those novels, looking them up on Amazon, checking brief summaries and how many pages they are. And then on that document, I'm telling you if your novel has been approved or not. If it's not approved, then I'm making those steps to try to get a hold of you either through Remind or through email to let you know that you need to choose a different novel. So if you don't hear from me, it's probably a good thing, but you want to check that document just to make sure. The other big expectation for choosing a novel, it cannot have a movie adaptation of that novel. And I know that threw a lot of people for a loop whenever I announce that, but you need to make sure that your book is not a movie. For obvious reasons, I don't want you watching a movie in place of reading the text. Okay. Now, once you choose your novel and you read it, then there are three things total that you're going to have to do. One is required and two are options. And I'm going to go through these very quickly because this video only allows me 5 minutes. So I'm going to do this as quickly as I can. The one that is required, you have a written book review. And in that 550 word essay, you will need to include the author background, a little bit of the plot, character, and setting details, the positives of the book, what you found interesting, those kinds of things as far as a promotional kind of mindset, the negatives, things that you may have not found interesting or were kind of a problem for you as you read it. And then finally, your personal connections. And there are word count numbers for each of those sections to kind of keep you on track. Okay. So that's required of everyone after you choose your novel. And then there are 4 options. You need to choose 2 of these next 4 things. If I can get what is going on with my computer? I can't scroll down. There we go. It was kind of going back and forth. The first thing you will want to prepare for is possibility of leading a fishbowl conversations. And again, the expectations are there. The second thing is doing a podcast, which honestly is very similar to what I'm doing right here, except you don't necessarily have to have the video. You just talk through it and the expectations are here. A lot of those expectations are real similar to what's already in your written review. So this would be an easy thing to do as far as write your paper. And then a lot of the same content is repeated here with a podcast format. So you're just recording your voice. The extra thing that you would have to do in a podcast is have a little bit of a musical intro and a musical outro. So you'd have to tag it on both ends. The next assignment is a 1-page advertisement, a Google slide. I'm going to post some examples of that inside of Google Classroom. So make sure you're checking that out. And then finally, Screencastify, which is exactly what I'm doing right here. And you see that I have about 10 seconds left. So you see how long your Screencastify is going to be. All the expectations are there. And you see how the points are going to be divided up and where they are going. All right. So good luck. Talk to you later.